Welcome to Fuel Daily. We're in Acts 1 and verse 20, the last half of the verse. It says this, talking about Judas, may another take his place of leadership. I read that and I thought, wow. So the Lord calls Judas to be one of his disciples, grants him a place of leadership, but he sold out for a short-term reward. He sold out because he could get some money, even though it didn't have an eternal perspective to it. And then the kind of Peter is saying, quoting scripture, may another take his place of leadership. And the thought kind of running across my mind, God has called you to do something, God has called me to do something. But if I don't step into what God has for me, may another take their place of leadership. That God's purposes will be fulfilled. It's actually what was said to Esther by her cousin Mordecai, who said, maybe you were born for such a time as this, but if you don't rise up, help will come from somewhere else. God will use somebody else, but you will perish. And I think it's interesting, many of us live blasé to this, but God has a plan and a purpose for your life. Step into it, or he'll find somebody else to do what he maybe called you to do. And I want to encourage you to not give up on what God has planted into your heart, but say, God, whatever you've put there, help me to do what you've called me to do.